Hi, አዲስ ባላለው አሁን የምሰራው college board SAT practice test number 2 now. So as much as possible I'm gonna use shortcuts. So try to catch up, do it by yourself first and then check your work. So ቀጥታ ወደ ስራ ነው የምንሄደው. Okay, let's start from no calculated section. 25 minutes, 20 questions. So you don't have to read this instruction, you have to prepare yourself before you test the exam. Okay, let's start from the first one. There you have 5x plus 6. If 5x plus 6 is equal to 10, what's the value of 10x plus 5? So in this case, I have to change this to equivalent form of 10x plus 3. Therefore, I have to multiply by 2. That goes 10x plus 12, which is equal to 20. Since I have 3 here, I have to subtract 9 here. 9 minus 9, so it's going to be 10x plus 3 is equals to 11. So our answer will become 11. So question number 2. So you have here systems. So I'm gonna use this one here. X is equals to negative y. So because my x and y equal, they are equal in magnitude but opposite in direction. So what I need is I'm gonna choose those choices which are equal in magnitude. So these two are, this could be one answer. This is wrong, this is wrong. ስለዚህ ከሁለት አንዱ ደግሞ you can plug in one of them, you don't have to plug both. So ደግሞ እዚህ ጋር ስታዩ 3x minus 2y, to make it positive the y should be y should be negative, so that we can add these two. So the only choice that contain y negative is B. Done. You don't have to substitute, or you can substitute one and move on. Alright, the second one, the landscaping company estimates that the price of a job in dollar using the expression 10x 60 plus 12 nx, where n is the number of landscapers who will be working and h is the total number of hours. Okay, so what's the following, which of the following is in interpretation of the number 12? This is in the section of slope gradient, the rate of change for every change, for each change. So the company charged 12 hours per hour for each of the landscaper. This can work. The minimum, we have no any idea whether it's maximum or minimum. The price of every job increased by 12 hours. It's not talking about the job. Okay, it's not talking about job. Each landscape work 12 hours. No. So obviously the answer would be A. Alright, so question number 4. So this is the expanded form of one of the following. Therefore, I'm going to look only the last one or the first one. Okay, which one give me this? Which one give me 9a squared? So when you square, obviously this gives you 9a squared. Yeah. Okay, there is not. Good, done. Or you can even do this one. Still, this is the choice. When you squared it, it will give you this one. You don't have to check each and everything. Okay. All right. So here, k is greater than 0. X is equal, which is what is the value of k? What's the value of k? So that this side is the same as 0. Okay, so x is already 7. Okay, so the square root of 2k squared plus 17 is equals to 7. So what should be this value? This should be 7. ይሄ እንዳለ 7 እንዲሆን ደግሞ ውስጥ ያለው በሙሉ 49 መሆን አለበት። ውስጥ ያለው 49 የሚያደርገው ደግሞ let's plug in ሁለቱም ካም ቢሆን no 3 9 አይሆንም 4 16 times 2 32 plus 17 is 49. So this is the answer. Okay, when ደግሞ you can just directly solve the problem. You have to square both sides 49 ይሆናል እያላችሁ መስራት ነው. Question number 6. Okay, in the xy plane L is parallel to the line K. What is the value of P? So if these two lines are parallel, which means the slope is the same. So what's the slope of this line? Which is 2 minus the 0 over 0 minus, so minus 5 is 5. So this is the slope. Since they are parallel, this is the same as the slope of this one. 2/5 is the same as 0 minus 4. 0 minus, so minus 4 is just 4. P minus 0 is P. So when you crisscross, the value of P is 20. Half of 20 is 10. Okay, yeah, okay. So question number 7. There we have 7. Okay, x, this is kind of exponential expression. Okay, a plus b is given. What's the value of a minus b? So since they are the same in base, so you have to subtract on the exponent. Therefore, a square minus b square is the same as 16. Okay. እዚህ ጋር እንደምታዩት so exponent to the same ነው. So you can subtract the base is the same, exponent መቀነስ ነው. That is the same as x to the power 16. So the powers are the same, the exponents are the same. This is perfect expression. My a minus b times a plus b ይሆናል, which is 16. So a minus b is already given, which is 2. So to find a plus b, you have to divide both sides by 2. That gives you 8. Okay, 8. NA is 316. Okay, the measure of the degree in exterior angle. Okay, exterior angle of a regular polygon is related to the number of sides n of the polygon by the formula above. Okay, if the measure of the exterior angle of a regular polygon is greater than, okay, this is the formula to find the measure of exterior angle of a triangle where n is the side. Okay, if this is greater than 15 degree, so what's the greatest number of sides of, okay, so this is crisscross, so 360 is greater than 15n, so just divide both sides by 15n. So n is okay, n is less than, when you divide 36 by 5, 7 times, this is kind of 7 point something. Okay, 7 point something. So the number that is less than 7 point something is 7. Okay, all right. Okay, so the graph of the line on the xy plane has a slope 2 and contains, okay, so just roughly sketch, you don't have to like draw the coordinates. So this has a slope of 2, and now it passes through 1 and 8. Okay, so we can easily find the equation of this line. Y is equals to, from slope, okay, y is equals to the slope is 2, x plus the y-intercept we don't know. So instead of y, substitute 8, and then instead of x substitute 1, that become 2 plus b. So b is 6. So this equation is x plus 6. Okay, the graph of the second line pass through the point. Okay, we have a second line. It passed through these 2 points. If the 2 lines intersect at a point AB, what's the value of a plus b? Point of intersection of a. So we have to find equation of this line. Y is equals to, y is equals to mx plus b. You can use this. So let's find the slope. Slope is 1 minus 2 is minus 1, and 2 minus 1 is 1. So the slope is minus 1. So if the slope is minus 1, y is equals to minus x plus b. So to find the y-intercept, you can substitute either of it. You can choose. So I'm gonna use the first one. Y is 1, and x is minus 2 plus b. So b is 3. Y is equals to minus x plus 3 would be the equation of the second line. Since we have here another, so since the 2 lines meet or cross at the point AB, therefore we have to find the point of x. So 2x plus 6 is equals to minus x plus 3 በሚለውን ሰራና 3x is the same as here minus 3, so x is minus 1. When x is minus 1, when you plug in this one here, or you can choose whatever you want, x minus 1 ሲሆን 4, the value of y is 4. So when you add these two, okay, minus 1 plus 4 will be 3. It's just kind of a bit longer. Okay, 10. Which of the following equation has a graph in the xy plane, for which y is always greater than or equals to minus 1? Okay, there are different ways to solve this one. Okay, what we need is the value of y should be greater than or equals to minus 1. So what we need is this one, above minus 1. Let me use this one. Okay, this is what we need. Okay, let me take 0 here. Okay, when I plug in 0, okay, so the value of y will be minus 2. Is that minus 2 is greater than minus 1? No. Check the same thing here. Minus 2. No. Check, substitute 0 here. That becomes 4. Of course 4 is greater than minus 1. So this is the answer. This is one way. The other one, if you are an expert on graph, just draw the graph. This is absolute value, which is 2 units. Okay, this is the graph, so it's not. Again, the second one is quadratic function, so the y-intercept is minus 1. No. The third one is it just shifts 2 units to the right. Okay, so this is the graph. Okay, this is the graph. All right, so question number 11. Let me pause this and clean this up. 11. Which of the following complex number is equivalent to 3 minus 5 over? Okay, so let's see. From the choice, I'm gonna eliminate choice A and the B because the denominator is different. They have the same denominator. Everything is the same except the sign. So let me work on the sign. So always focus on the part that concerns you. So what I need is, okay, so to do this, let me multiply this one. This is 6. Of course, it's minus 6 when you bring it up, okay? If you remember, it would be, you're going to multiply by its conjugate to I. That's why I say it's minus 6. That's the I part. And then you have here another I part, which is negative 4e, okay? So obvious that you have more negatives, so the answer would be C. Okay, the next question. 12. Okay, as I can see here, all the choices are F, which means obviously the question is expressed F in terms of the other. All right, so crisscross here, or let me do this one, Rn. Okay, I need Rn on the top, so I'm going to eliminate this choice. Okay, okay, Rn. So it's very easy even to do. Rn is equals to Rn plus Rf is equals to F. Okay, so take that to the left or to that side. We have here F minus Rf. So we can take F in common, obviously. So 1 minus R. Which one is 1 minus R? Okay, this is the only choice which contain 1 minus R. Okay, so the answer is B. Okay, let's move on. What is the sum of all value of that satisfies? In this case, you're asked to find the sum of the roots, in short. Okay, so the sum of the root here is minus b over a. Okay, minus b over a. Minus or minus 16 over 2. Okay, that goes to positive 8. That's D. Okay, let's 14. The radioactive substance, let's move this up. Okay, the radioactive substance decay at an hour rate of 30%. Okay, so this is the question of interpreting models. So we have exponential model. This is the initial amount, as you can see, the initial amount of a substance. So it's either A or B. So these two are the wrong choice. There it says the initial substance. Okay, the annual rate of 30%. 30%. 30%. Besides here we have a decay, so it's decreasing. Okay, so 1 minus the rate, 1 minus 13%, 0.13. This is 0.87. Okay, 0.87 here. 15. The expression 5x minus 2 is equivalent to which one of the following? Okay, so I should divide this by this one. So I'm gonna eliminate these two choice, because everything involved here is a number. At least when I divide here, I have 5. Okay, if you divide everything by x, so you have 5 minus 2 over x over 1 plus 3 over x. So at least I have this. So I will never have a number here. So I have here either C or D. Everything is the same except the remainder here. So how would I find the remainder? Okay, so here's the easiest way. Okay, which one gives me 2 minus 2 here? Okay, so let me multiply here. 3 times 5 is 15. 15 minus 17 is minus 2. But when I check this one, 3 times 5 is 15. If you subtract, never give you this one. So the answer would be this. Okay. Alright, so let's go to the greeting. The sales manager of the company awarded a total of 3,000 in bonus to the most productive salespeople. The bonus were awarded in an amount of 215, or, okay, we have to type 715. If at least one 250 bonus and at most one. Okay, so just let me visualize this. Let me visualize. I have 215 and then I have 715 award. Therefore, it says the bonus at least, which means it should be greater than here. Okay, and then at least one and at least one 250 bonus award. Alright, so what is one possible number of 215 awarded? 215 awarded. So let's have a total of 3000 here. 3000. And then let me divide 3000 for these two type of award. So if you divide 3000 to 215, you have 12, and you can use calculators or just simply divide. If you divide 3000 to 215, you have, I think, 3000 divided by 715 by 5. There you have 25 by 5, 6 zeros. Okay, when you divide this, obviously it's 4. Okay, so these are the two types. When you divide, okay, let this one is maybe, okay, you can say it's x, and this one is y based on its type. When you multiply by the number of awards here, that will give you a total of 3000. Again, if you divide both sides by 4, you have 3x plus y is equals to, if you divide this by 4, you have 715. Okay, so the key here is x is a multiple of 3. Okay, 215 award is a multiple of 3. Therefore, any multiple of 3 could work. Okay, and your maximum here is 12. So 6, 9, and 12 could work. Either of these two could work. Okay, you can substitute either 6, 9, or 12. Okay, 18. In the figure above, AE is prior to CD, and then the segment AD. Okay, AD, where is AD? AD intersect the line segment at B. Okay, so what's the length of CE? You're asked to find this one. Okay, if these two lines are parallel, obviously this angle and this angle are equal by alternate interior angle. So that's turns out. Okay, and this one is the same as this one. So let's have a triangle here. Triangle, let's start from C and go to this order dependent, go to B, and finally go to D. Do the same thing here. Okay, E and A and this one. So let's to find CE, which is this one, let's find CB here. Okay, CB, the ratio of CB to BD, let it be 5 from the first triangle, is equivalent to, let's start from this one, because I start CB, I should go to EB. EB is 8 over BA, which is 10. So if you multiply both sides by 5, you will have 4. CB is 4. Since you asked to find CE, 8 plus 4, okay, 8 plus 4 will be 12. Okay, the answer is 12. This is similarity ratio. In the xy plane above, O is the center of the circle. In the measure angle AOB, angle AOB is power over A. What's the value of A? Okay, this is application of trig at the same time coordinate geometry. So let's have this angle. Let's say this angle is theta. So since I have the x and y adjacent and opposite, so I can use this as tan. So theta is equals to tan inverse of y over x, which is 1 over 3. Okay, this is given by, I think, 30 degree, which is pi over 6. Okay, so pi over 6. Again, this theta is the same as it's given here, angle AOB, which is pi over A. So the value of A will be 6. A 6. In the system equation above, A and B are constants. If the system has infinitely many solutions, okay, there are 3 cases. This is one of them. In many solution, infinitely many solution, which means the two lines overlap, line 1 and line 2 overlap. So the slope is the same. These two are, everything is the same here. So A over 2 is the same as B over 8, which is the same as, of course, 12 over 16. Since we are asked to find A over B, we should switch this. Okay, we should switch the position of A and B. A over B is equals to 2 over 8. So the answer is 1 over 4. Okay, the ratio is 1 over 4. This is it. Okay, next calculator section will continue.